Hey creative friends, welcome to my channel. And today is Saturday, February the 25th. So this video is Saturday happenings. And you know it's the video where I like to talk about the videos I did last week, what's coming up next week, and what I'm working on now. So last week was cool, I think. So first of all, last week I did a canning jars video. And you know, I had all my little notes. I never can follow a script. Sometimes I'll just put little bullet points of what I want to remember to say. But anyway, so I did my canning jar videos, and then somebody goes, hey, what about the 64-ounce jars, the half-gallon jars? And I thought, completely forgot those. So I went and did a second video, Canning Jars Part 2, where I addressed the half-gallon jars. And it was cool to see how everybody uses the half-gallon jars, because you know, you only use those for juice. That's it. I know people that will, I actually have like a case of water, half-gallon jars that I've done water in. So that's kind of nice to have that water that you can use in an emergency. So I've got that, and I actually have those jars with the water on the shelf under all my dehydrated stuff. Because think about it, if you have all dehydrated foods, or if you have a bunch of dehydrated foods, you will need water. So if it really came down to it, where you were for some reason in a bad emergency trying to live on your food in your pantry, if what you had is all dehydrated, that is going to dehydrate you after a while, because it's going to cost the water in your body to, rehydrate it. If you're, you need the extra water. So anytime you add a dehydrated thing to a recipe or something, you have to add extra water. So I have a case of half-gallon jars of just water that I've processed, and all I did was fill the jars with water and process them well. We have a well, so if you live in a place where you're getting like chlorinated water or something, it's a good thing to set it out overnight so that that stuff can disperse. And then I just can it for like 5 minutes just to get it a good seal and to get it where it's, hot kind of thing. I don't think there's any specific guidelines on water, but you can use jars of water. And that's a lot of times people will take an excess jar if they have too few jars in a boiling water canner, because the water boils and the jars can fall over. Just seal up a jar of water and put it in there. That's good to have. So there's that. I talked about the half gallons, and also like different uses for the different size of tops, like the wide mouth or the regular mouth, and how the regular mouth has little shoulders. Sometimes that can help hold food down. So anyway, I did that. That was my my canning jars parts 1 and 2. And then I've got my notes. I don't want to miss a thing. I did let me see. Oh, the unpaper towels. Let me tell you, people, those are so handy. I have people come in my kitchen, they're like, are those unpaper towels? Yes, they are. I use them all the time. And quite frankly, I made enough of them on the roll that I've never actually used all of them to where I didn't have any available. I've gotten down to maybe 5 or 6 on the roll. But I use them throughout the week, wash them, re-roll them, and it's awesome. And since I put those on my shelf when I did that video, and I've had them in the past, but I don't know what happened to them. We moved a lot, and things get put away, or they get used as another thing, and you think, oh, I'm going to make more, and you never do. But I love them. And since I made that video, and I put those on my shelf, I think I am not even through 1 roll of real paper towels, because I only use those in something specific, like when I was thawing all the chicken to can, and there will be, blood. Even though they're in these bags, the bags are not sealed, and so sometimes the blood will come out, and I put it in like a roaster pan, and I will put regular paper towels on there just to kind of absorb it, so that when I lift it up, it's not like all liquidy. Because I'm going to throw that away. Like, that's not something I think I would use my unpaper towels for. I use those for like wiping the shelves. Like this morning I made some toast and I used a paper towel to put my toast on. That kind of stuff. So unpaper towels are awesome. And I have a whole nother one of those blankets. And I was thinking about doing a smaller version, and almost like making it small enough that you could put it like in a lunch, for like a packed lunch, so that you've got a napkin, because you're going to bring the container home, might as well throw the napkin back in there, just to eliminate like buying something, literally buying napkins and paper towels to throw in the trash. To me, That's like throwing money away. So I've saved a lot on paper towels, which is cool. And I do know people, and a couple of people commented, excuse me, that they make like a little 8-inch squares. And if you have a bidet in your bathroom, or there's those little things that you can get and they hook up to the back of the toilet, like the water. They're not hard. You don't even have any special tools. It's like a, you know those shower heads that you can take off, you just screw those in. It's basically the same thing, but it's for your toilet, and it's a little handheld thing. And I know a lot of people who have those, and they hang actually on the tank of the toilet. And, you know, if you're using the restroom and you're not really messy, they will use that and kind of rinse off, which they do in a lot of countries, and it's actually, I think, pretty hygienic. Probably healthier for you, but they rinse off and then they just dry, which is the same thing as in the shower. You clean yourself and then dry with a towel, and then they take those and they wash them, and they just have those. Save tons in toilet paper, and if you have a septic system, holy cow, if you could just eliminate a lot of the toilet paper, that'd be cool too. So think about the unpaper towels and all the other places that you can use them and for what reasons. But there were actually quite a few people that have what they call bathroom cloths, and that's, you know, why not? Okay, so there was that, and then the little trip to the Oregon Coast Aquarium. That's always fun. Hang on, I gotta take a drink. I got a little frog in my throat. Anyway, I like taking little day trips, and we just have a good time when we go up to the Oregon Coast Aquarium up to Newport. And Moe's restaurant, that salad that I had was so good. Love that. So maybe we'll take some more little trips. We got to take some trips. Just get out. It's so easy to get hooked into just staying home, and, you know, I constantly have a project. Brian, not so much, but I planned to retire for like 2 years before I retired, so I bought crafting supplies and fabric and all kinds of stuff. So I am always busy, but it's easy to just get caught up, but that's all right. So those are the videos that I did last week, and next week I already have videos posted. There's still going to be more though. I have like 3 videos already, and since the first video, since I did the video on the canning jars, one of the things that I get asked a lot is when someone's canning, and like if you've got your jars in, say, your pressure canner. So say I'm doing my chicken and the jars kind of need to be warm, and I have the rack with the jars in the pressure canner, and I fill those, then I need another set of warm jars. But where do you keep them warm? So I did a little video on how to keep jars warm. You don't want to put jars into dry heat, the oven, because actually canning jars are not made for dry heat. They're just not made for that. So, what else? Yeah, so they're not made for that, and so you want to have them in a moist heat, kind of. And some people will put them in the dishwasher. I don't like to do that. I like to hand wash my jars because I feel like it helps eliminate getting cracks or getting chips on the necks of the jars. So anyway, there's that. So there's a video on showing how I keep jars warm, how we keep jars warm in my food group. Also, when we do canning classes, this is a great way to keep your jars warm. So that's coming up. And I know that I've talked several times about making some spice blends, and I did. That one will be coming up. Let me see. I did 2 spice blends, 2 of them, and they're so good. But one of them I used in the recipe that I did like in my 3rd or 4th week of March for the Make It March, which starts pretty soon. So I'm excited about that because there's some really good recipes. It's gonna be cool. But I did use one of my spices in one of my recipes for Make It March. And in this video down in the description, I will put all the channels participating in Make It March because it's cool. There's really going to be some great recipes because people want to know, what do you do? How can you use your canned goods after you've canned them? So that's coming up. And then, oh, getting back to the jars. Let me see if I have that there. No, I wanted to remind you that canning jars are different than regular proprietary jars that you get at the store. Like they used to have mayonnaise in glass jars, and I've actually did a scene where people are selling canning jars, like on Facebook Marketplace, and it turns out that they're old mayonnaise jars. Okay, glass jars, if you buy like old mayonnaise jars or if you have them, they're fine for boil water canning, but try not to use them in pressure canning. I know people that do and they have and they've worked fine, but they're not made with the glass the same as a canning jar. So it just saves you having something broken in your pressure canner. Also, I've said this before, but just a reminder, the Classico spaghetti sauce has those cool jars that even have measurements and it says Mason on the side. And they've actually paid to use the word Mason and to make the jar look that way so that it looks like it's grandma's home canned stuff. But that jar, even though it says that, is not made for canning. Just a point. But anyway, that's about the jars. So the spice blends, just my mind is jumping around here. I did those, and then Make It March begins, and that is going to be awesome. Watch those videos. I will put the link. You guys can go over and like and subscribe and set it up so that you see all the videos from those because they're awesome. That's going to be good. And then what am I working on now? Well, I have to do my recipe for the first Tuesday of every month, which is the the shelf stable. That's been going on for months, and that is really cool. It's using shelf stable stuff. And I was talking to Prepper Potpourri about I felt like it's cheating because what I'm going to do is like so simple. I feel like it's cheating, but I'm going to do a recipe. I'm going to do that for my shelf stable collaboration. So I need to do that. That's what I'm working on this week. And the pies of March. So that's going to be exciting. That's another collaboration, and it is pies of March. It's going to be cool, and there's so many good pies. People were saying what pies they're going to do. Sounds great. So we're going to do this. But this is what I'm working. Today I am here. I am in my craft room and I'm spending the day. And I am excited because I know I talked to you guys. I said I'm making these reusable eggs. Look, one's bigger than the other. But that's because this one I did a serger. Now when I did my unpaper towels, a lot of people said, well, I don't have a serger because my whole thing was on serger. So, and I realized that a serger isn't like a new person, someone who's new to sewing isn't going to rush out and buy a serger. It's usually something you get in general. I mean, there is people who understand how cool a serger, and it's like the first machine they want. And honestly, it's almost the only machine you need, but it doesn't do things regular machines do. So, combination of two. But anyway, I realized in the unpaper towel ones, so many people said, well, I don't have a serger, that when I show you guys how to make these eggs, I'm going to do a serger one and I'm going to do a not serger one. So if you have a serger, quick and easy, a little bit easier. If you don't have a serger, you get the same results. It's just a little bit more work. There's a couple steps you have to take to make one without a serger. So, but I got to show you. Look at what I've made so far. I've got all of these and all of these. You see, aren't these cute? Look at little. And so these are, if you're curious, if you didn't watch my last video and you don't know what I'm talking about, these, oh, and I have an exciting thing too. So these are reusable Easter eggs for hiding your Easter eggs. See little pockets? And you can put candies in there. So let's say I got some candies, which I do right here. So we're going to put the little candies in the little egg with the price of eggs. And I'm going to do this now so you have the month of March to get these made before Easter. So see, you can put all the candies in there. And then you can hide these little eggs. And the kids find these eggs. And then you have them again for next year. And look, that guy will hold quite a few pieces of candy in there. There's three. There's 3 pieces of candy in that. So I'm going to show you how to make those. And what I have is I have 6 different patterns of fabric. So so far, there's the little plaid. There's the little bunnies, there's the little chicks, and then, what else do I have? See, I have them all cut out and ready to go. I've got the little striped ones, the little polka dot ones, and the little Easter egg ones. So we're going to make those, and I'm going to show you how. But what I'm excited about, I figured out how to make you guys patterns. So I created a pattern, and then it's going to be printable. So you can print the pattern out, and then you'll just have to follow the instructions in the video. I might try to write some instructions to go with this. But this is big for me, you guys, I gotta tell you. But I put the little 2-inch square so that you can print this out and either enlarge it or reduce it to get this square, so when you measure it, it's 2 inches on your printed copy. Then you'll know you have the right size. Okay, so I'm excited about being able to give you guys a pattern. The other thing I'm gonna make, that's this today, because we're gonna see our daughter and grandkids this coming weekend, and I'm gonna make all these to take to her, because you know she's gonna put them in her little business, where it's not little, it's actually really big, but she's gonna put them in there. She's got like a little corner or little shelf of handmade items that people buy, because she's actually a sewist and she does amazing alterations. And I'm going to put her link below too, because she has people mail things to her from all over the country to repair knitted goods and to do alterations and stuff. She's just really good. But I'm going to see her this weekend, so I want to give her all the things that she can take and put in there, and just helps. It just my way of helping her business. But the other thing I'm going to make, which I have a pattern for. Oh, I've got a pattern, and I'm going to do a towel topper. Look at this. I've made this so that you guys can print that off. And then this, you know what this cool weird pattern is? This, and you could enlarge this to make big ones or smaller ones. This is to make this cool little keychain zipper pouch. Look at that. It's cute. And you know what? This one actually goes on my purse, because look at that way. I always have Gumby with me to take my Gumby pictures. Anyway, so he's in there. But I'm going to make a video probably today, because I want to make a bunch of these to give to her this weekend to put in her shop also. So I'll be making that. But I have created patterns for you so you can print them out. There's the eggs. There's the towel toppers, and there's the little triangle pouch that I'm going to make videos to show you how to make those. That's what I'm doing today, and I'm not leaving my craft room until they're done. But look at, I've made all this other stuff. Like, it's a whole big bag of stuff for her. I'll show you. I love making this stuff. So I made a whole bunch of these kind of earrings. You see those? Aren't they cool looking? Those remind me of her. Made those. Oh, Christmas earrings. Those are cute. And I made a bunch of these necklaces with these cool, let me see. Let's take this out. Like that kind of necklace. Those are cool, right? I made a whole bunch of those, like 20 of those. Here's one of my favorite things. Little rubber duck earrings. Cute. And then, oh, the little phone charms, you know, that you hang. I got all the little charm things that you hang off your phone. And then a bunch of these. These are, if you're a knitter or a crocheter, they're like placeholders. I got those. I have all different, I got some holiday Christmas ones. I got some rubber ducky ones. Look at, see a little rubber ducky one? Anyway, so I'm just filling this bag with stuff I can take down, and she can put it in her shop. And she can sell it. And it's like a way that a mom can help a daughter who's all grown up and has kids of her own. And I got my grandkids, and she's always busy. But this is a way that I can do that. So, that's what I'm doing today. That's my day. Okay, so I think I got everything. I'm going to do the eggs, the videos, the little zipper bag, the towel topper. I've got to do the shelf stable and the pies of March. And, oh, this is big. I'm going to test out doing a live, because I think they're fun. I've seen them done. I think they're clever. So I was thinking about, I want to start doing a live, like a sew along, just where I'm sewing and we're chatting, and I think that would be fun. So that is on my list of to-dos this week too. Okay, so that's it. Whew, it's going to be a good week. I'm going to have fun, and here I sit in my craft room, ready to craft. So, I'm going to have a good day. I hope you have a good day too. So as always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.